23 minutes, it's 24 minutes rather, up until the hour of 3 o'clock. Right here on Bush Radio 89.5 FM, the mother of community radio stations in Africa. 061-862-1065. That is WhatsApp as well as Telegram if you want to get in touch. And you can call on 0214481352, 0214480358. The action lines are open. And 32158 SMS wise, free SMS do not apply, mind you. And you can go into our Facebook page, that is Bush Radio 89.5 FM. So like what I said a couple of songs ago, that I'm going to be joined by Delphino Machikicho from Ikamva, which was founded in 2003. Ikamva is a non-profit organization and one of the leading after-school programs in South Africa that supports over 5,000 learners per year. Their aim is to uplift disadvantaged youth, helping them escape poverty by equipping them with the necessary skills, knowledge, networks, and resources they need to access tertiary education or even employment opportunities once they matriculate, as well as supporting learners to become agents of change within their communities. Learners get academic support through voluntary tutors. They have branches located all over South Africa, talking about the Western Cape, Eastern Province, KwaZulu, Gauteng, and the North West. So they are all over South Africa. So on the line now, I'm joined by Delphino Machikicho. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Tom, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How's your day?
It's fantastic. It's a Thursday. What could go wrong in Cape Town?
We down into the weekend, eh?
One more day and it's Friday.
Just around the corner. So, like what we were discussing, when I hear Machikicho, I just think of something that Now I'm hungry because I heard of Machikichori.
That's exactly how we roll, man. My ancestors knew how to take care of the community, and they can't do that without food.
Without food. Oh, man. So, founded 19 years ago, that was in 2003, Ikamva Youth is a non-profit organization and one of the leading after-school programs in South Africa. Can you tell us a little bit more about Ikamva Youth?
Yeah, sure. I think, as you have rightly said, we're 19 years old now, and we operate only in the township and rural communities in South Africa. And our aim is to ensure that we bridge that inequality gap. As we know, most of the schools in the township and rural communities are under-resourced, and some of the schools in one class can be 60, 70 learners with one teacher. And it's quite a nightmare for most of the teachers, the schools, and the learners themselves. So why we exist is to try and bridge that gap, to ensure that they access quality education through our volunteers, who we call superheroes, from the universities that come back into the community and pay it forward, volunteer their time, and tutor in the afternoons from 3 to 5, and on Saturdays from 9 to 12:30 across the country. And the funny story is most of these volunteers were also learners at some point. And they've gone to varsity, they've gone to work, and they come back to Ikamva Youth and also plant a seed for the next generation. And for us, academics is the core, but it goes even beyond that. You can't do well if you're not a well-rounded person, if issues at home are not dealt with, or if you're hungry, or if you don't feel confident in the person that you are. So we also engage in all those topics. But let me not talk too much. I get paid to speak like you.
That's Machikicho Delphino from Ikamva telling us more about the organization. I mean, I just learned that they are heroes who are coming to give back to the community. Those are real heroes. And you also mentioned that it's not all about academics. So what are some of the programs and resources that Ikamva Youth provides for the kids and volunteers?
Yeah, so I think, like I've mentioned, we're in the townships and in rural communities, and most of the time the schools are not equipped with tech computers or computer labs that learners can use to access information. I mean, if a child is learning in Durbanville or Constantia, at home they've got computers, tablets. At school they've got computer labs, they've got science labs. But unfortunately, some of the learners in our township communities are not exposed to that. And that inequality is a problem, because you can't then expect these two children from two separate scenarios to write the same paper and expect the same result. So it's really unfair. And that's the system, unfortunately. So we try and bring in, with the partners and the funders that we work with, most of our branches are equipped with computer labs that learners can access computers. Something as basic as just knowing how to do your assignment on Word, my guy. It goes a very long way when you go to university. So computer literacy. There's also life skill development, because the sad reality is, if you're coming from a township community, most of the times the environment that you are in kind of tells you that you are not good enough, you are second class, and the situation at home is not always conducive. So we try and bring in life skills workshops, people that come and speak to these young people, for them to believe in themselves, that you might be born in Gooks, NY6, but that doesn't mean that's where you're going to stay, or that's your destiny. You should be able to see beyond that even good stories come out of ECAS. And we have a lot of good stories that have come out of our program, young people that have made it into the top 50 of the matric performance. And they've gone to do wonderful things. So it's a myriad of opportunities that we give. Ultimately, what we want is to ensure that a learner that goes through our program, by the time that they leave, they're a well-rounded person. Be it leadership, entrepreneurship, basic computer skills, and even at the core, just them believing in themselves. So those are some of the workshops and the programs and the resources that we expose our Ikamva nights to.
And as you mentioned earlier on, that some of the volunteers are former Ikamva products. So if there's someone who is listening and they want to, to become one of the volunteers, maybe they're from somewhere, but they want to be part of these volunteers, how do they do that? And what are the key aspects that they need to take part in?
So they can contact us through our website or through our social media platforms. It's Ikamva Youth SA on all platforms. So it's very easy to get us. You find the one with yellow and the hand. The future is in our hands. So you contact us and we'll be able to get back to you as swiftly as we can. So basically, if you're a young person, older person, a concerned citizen of the country, and you want to give back, either be it academically or sometimes just you want to be a mentor, and you can come through once every month and speak to a young person and just maybe not even listen, maybe just want to listen to a young person vent or share their challenges. You can contact us. If you've got skills, math, science, we're looking for everybody. Whatever industry that you're operating in, whatever skill that you have, you might be in arts and culture, you might be a performer, you might be a producer, or you might be a DJ on radio like this man I'm speaking.
Hey, I'm on my way.
and you want some young people to be on radio as well, or just to be exposed to a famous person like you. Just to know that you have a story, and their story and your story might be similar at some point, and they can be inspired by just listening to somebody like you. Amazing.
Now, you also mentioned about the after-school programs. So how do a 10-year-old boy, 12-year-old boy in Ekailicha, in Kwalanga, in Mishos Plain access those? Do you have centers in those places?
Yes, so we've got centers in most of the townships in Cape Town, well, across the country, I can say, because we are in almost 20, we've got 20 branches across the country. So if you go onto our website, you're going to see where we are. But in the Western Cape here, because we love Bush Radio, so let's speak about the Western Cape.
The mother city.
The mother city, 021. So we are in Atlantis, we are in Fishhook, in Maspumelele, and we've got a number of our branches in Guguletu, in Nyanga, in Khayelitsha. We've got a number of our branches there. Gugulethu kind of serves both the communities Manenberg and Googs. So if there are any people that are in those communities, or you learn there, or you stay there, or you can travel to any of those branches that we've got, you can reach out to us and you'll be able to be enrolled as one of the Ikamva Youth learners.
Amazing. So apart from all these programs, projects that you mentioned, what are some of the future plans that you have as Ikamva Youth?
Yeah, so for us, we're definitely looking to increase our online presence because the last 2-3 years we have learned that education can also go online. So we're looking to roll out our model, because sometimes we only have a specific number of branches, but there are learners that are not in that proximity that we would love to reach.
Distant learners.
Our online models to be available on WhatsApp, to create apps that learners as far as Toyando, where we might not have a presence, can reach us online, can send us WhatsApp, and our tutors can be able to assist or even run video tutoring sessions wherever a young person can be. Those are some of the plans that we've got, and really we're looking for partners that can fund that project, fund that thinking, and also to increase our presence within the communities that I was speaking to, because of funding, we can only be in a specified number of places at this stage. But the more funding that we can get, the more places that we can get to. So the future is, if we get more money, we'll be able to get more people into more community.
Making changing lives and making more impact in the communities. So if people want to get in touch with you, they want to collaborate with you, they want to ask some questions, or they want to donate, how do they do that?
Yeah, so you can visit on our website, ikamvayouth.org. You'll be able to reach us. So Ikamva, IKAMVA, youth, as a young person like you, Tom, so they can get a hold of us through that. And we are Ikamva Youth SA, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, whichever platform that you want to reach us. We are Ikamva Youth SA.
And TikTok?
TikTok, we need somebody to start a TikTok for us.
All right. I hope someone is listening who can specialize in that.
We definitely need to be on TikTok.
All right, amazing. Before I let you go in, last words. Hello, are you still there?
I am there. I kind of lost you there.
All right, okay. Before I let you go, do you have anything that you want to say?
No. Firstly, thank you for having me on radio today and speaking to your listeners. But if there are people that are listening and want to be partners with Ikamva Youth in the work that we're doing, we're always open to collaborate with other organizations that are in the similar space. We've got our community collaboration platform where we train and mentor smaller organizations to have the impact that they would want. And partners, corporate companies, Corporate South Africa, we're an organization that can give a Section 18A. So if you want to donate your CSI, Ikamva Youth is definitely the place to be, because you know that your money is going to reach impact and is going to be doing its work. We've got a rich history of high performance, above 80. Last year, our metrics, I didn't tell you this, Tom, our metrics got a 90% pass rate.
Wow.
So which is really, really amazing, because the work in our model works. So we're looking for more people to partner with. Even Bush Radio, we welcome you to also, we might broadcast in one of our branches soon, maybe.
That'll be amazing. That'll be amazing. All right. Thank you so much for coming through, hey?
Thank you so much for having me, Tom.
All the best. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. We're down into the weekend, hey?
Let's do it, brother.
All right, man. Still tuning into Bush Radio 89.5 FM. That was Delphino Machikicho from Ikamva Youth, which is a non-profit organization and one of the leading after-school programs in Mzansi, Africa. Their aims to uplift disadvantaged youth, helping them escape poverty by equipping them with necessary skills, knowledge, networks, and resources. It's 9 minutes to be crossing over to the news desk at 3 o'clock. It is Back Chat 2-4.